Hi, my name's Abby. Thank you for choosing my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the drop-in method for hooping your fabric for embroidery. Now I use a Embroider SE600, so your hoop may look a little bit different, but this is just a technique that works for me and I thought I would share it with you guys. Specifically today we're going to work on Minky fabric, which is nice to make baby blankets with and little snuggly toys with. So I just have a scrap here from a blanket that I made for a client the other day, and I will show you this method, and then I will, in a different video, I will show you the direct hoop method. Alright, so in order to make your drop-in Minky fabric look good as a final product, what you will need is some backing. This is rip-away backing. You could use wash-away backing, but I find that tear-away backing works a lot better. What I use is actually very inexpensive. I use this from Amazon, and I'll try to link it in the comments below. You are going to need this wash-away Solu-film. It's wash-away embroidery stabilizer. I get this at Hobby Lobby and it's like $14 or something, $12.99, and it is fantastic. So I've gone ahead and cut that one, and that's what this looks like. It actually does a good job of tearing away as well, but then once you wash the fabric, it'll just completely disappear. Whereas anything left over of this one won't disappear, but it will soften. This feels more like paper, and it's a little bit sturdier. The last thing, other than your fabric and your hoop, that you really have to have is this temporary adhesive, also from Hobby Lobby. This one is $12.99. It will wash away. I've found it washes away after the second wash. So just keep that in mind, that you may still notice like lint getting stuck to it after the first wash. So just wash again. Alright, let's get started. You are going to start with your hoop, and you're going to tighten it till it is fairly snug within there, where the inner hoop is fairly snug. Then what you're going to do is pop the hoop out and place your tearaway stabilizer in the hoop, and then you're going to push your inner hoop back inside. The purpose of tightening ahead of time is that you won't have little wrinkles right here. You've got your Minky fabric, and like I said, I just have a scrap. You are going to put something behind it, behind your hoop, because if you don't, you will get adhesive all over your desk. And that's the worst because it attracts lint. So what you're going to do next is just give a good spritz all around the edges. You don't really need to in the middle. I find it makes my needle a little bit sticky. But all around the edges, inside the inner hoop, you're going to spray your adhesive. And then you want to line up your Minky fabric, or whatever fabric you're choosing. You can use really almost any fabric for embroidery, but I think that it looks good on Minky. So what you're doing at this point is you have sprayed underneath the Minky, and so I just go around with my finger and press down on the adhesive that I've sprayed, and then just kind of smooth everything out. The next step is going to be to place the Solu-film, which is the one that dissolves in the washing machine. I put this on top of the Minky, and I found that you get a more crisp looking finished product if you put a layer on top. And tearaway is not the best option for putting on top because sometimes you can still see it when you tear it away. So what I'm going to do is just lightly mist the Minky with the adhesive. And I mean like just the tiniest bit. And then I'm going to just kind of press it down a little bit. Alright, so now it should look like this. So that's really all you need to get started, but I'm going to share with you one more trick, and that is quilting clips. They're really a game changer when you're embroidering, or if you're using a machine that you can't use pins with, which you could use pins, but what I do is I fold this up and I use the tearaway stabilizer as my base for it, so that my fabric doesn't get caught in the carriage while it moves, since it's going to be doing all the work for me. So I use clips and clip around the edges just to hold things in place. And keep them out of the way. And this side isn't really going to matter, so I'm just going to kind of fold it up so that it'll be underneath the bridge. I'll throw one right here just to hold it in place. Okay, so now that you've done all those steps, you're going to program your machine and you will be ready to start embroidering. I am going to put one more clip up at this corner and then I will show it getting started. I have got my embroidery hoop attached to the carriage of my machine. I've got my pattern already programmed, and now I am ready to embroider. So I'm going to embroider this in a really bright colored thread so that at the end I can show you how nice and crisp it looks. I sped this part up 20 times its usual speed so that you didn't have to just sit around and wait. I like this drop-in or floating method of embroidery because everything is held in place pretty well. So my project is done. You'll see there at the end I had to kind of put a little bit of resistance on the wash away. It can get a little bit bunched up if you don't use enough of the spray adhesive on. Next, take off all my clips. And de-hoop. So you just go from the back and push on the inner hoop and it'll pop right out. After you take off your backing, once you've removed your fabric and all of your stabilizer from your embroidery hoop, your next step is going to be to remove the wash away stabilizer. So as you can see, I've removed most of it. There's still a little bit right here. Very gently pick at it. You can't, here, I'll show you. You can't pick too hard or you'll mess up your Minky fabric. So I just kind of pull at it and try to get as much of it away as I can so my washing machine doesn't have to deal with the rest. And on the back of it, I usually leave a little bit of the tearaway because very rarely do I make any products that are just Minky with nothing on the back. So I'll usually leave about that much, you know, in between the letters, just so that once the item is washed and dried, the monogram or embroidery, whatever I decide to put on it, will still look good. This is the finished product, and you'll see how nice and crisp it looks. Thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will try to link the products that I used down below because I really like the ones that I've used so far, and especially the ones from Amazon, the tearaway kind, because it's really great and it's really inexpensive. All right, see you guys in the next video. Thank you.